Today is day 1 of trying to turn my best friend's draft into a novel. In case you missed my first episode, my best friend took the Fantasy Storybuilding Notebook that I created and she outlined a novel. She is not an author, but she came up with a story, and I'm going to take her outline and try to write the novel from it. Okay, so here's my outline. I am just going to start putting in things that she wrote in the book, make it easier to have it all in one place on the computer. And I go ahead and write a little bit of dialogue if it comes to me so that I get a better feel for how the scene is going. I'm not real sure how I'm going to justify a 13-year-old girl killing a dragon. This is all I got at the moment for in the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. So I'll need to come up with some ideas on how to add them more to this plot point, the wrench in the mix. I mean, I'm sure that the battle with the dragon and her parents dying and everything will probably be good enough, but I'm not sure. If anybody has any ideas of something else I can add into this part, let me know in the comments. Stupid typos. Now, I'm having a bit of an issue with she's going to leave all by herself, and her best friend. Her and her best friend are going to leave all by themselves to go find the person that's into this dragon. And that's the reason why the warriors can't go with her, because the armory was destroyed. I mean, I would think that some of them had been wearing armor and had weapons on them. I'm not real sure there's a good reason why the warriors can't go with her. I'm having a hard time. I forgot to add anything as far as world building into this, and I probably should. So let me go back to the beginning, maybe add a little bit on what they're seeing around them, what the world looks like in here. Now this aquatic animals for transportation part, I'm not sure if that was written before she decided that the parents banned magic, because without some type of water magic or something, I'm not sure how they get these animals to transport them. I'm just not sure how that works. It makes sense for water elves that have their water magic and everything for these things to work. Not real sure how it works without it. I'm gonna hop off of here and go eat dinner. I'll be back in a little bit. Hi guys, it's the next day. I know that I said I was gonna be back later after I ate dinner last night, but it didn't work out that way. So I actually got to talk to my friend last night and ask her to help me figure out some of the holes that I'm finding. And she did this several months ago and had honestly forgotten a lot of the points that she put in this. So she said that she changed her mind on the fact that the parents cursed everyone to not be able to use their magic, because one, that would also mean that she would have to curse them to not remember that they had magic and everything. So she said that parents put a magical veil over the village, that anyone within the veil forgot that magic was a thing. So I guess except for them, maybe because they were the ones that cast it, they remember. Okay, editing Michelle here. I recorded quite a bit of this and did not realize that either the camera stopped recording or for some reason it just didn't save. So let me go back through and fill you in on the things that got recorded but didn't get saved, and then I'll go back to the normal video. So I decided that she didn't actually kill the dragon. She just scared it away. So she scared the dragon away. He's so proud of his daughter. Lets her keep the wolf as a pet. This is the day her sister runs away. But instead of runs away, I forgot to change that. She gets kidnapped, and I don't know if it put on there or not that her name is Rosalind. So this is a what might have happened instead of what. It's not a fact yet, but she gets kidnapped. The kidnappers tell her that the parents hired them to kidnap her. She doesn't believe them and one day escapes. She comes back to the village and sees the veil. Do you know about the veil? Did that make it into the video? I don't know. And Rosalind thinks that the parents put up the veil to keep her out. So she goes back to the kidnappers, maybe? I don't know, or she just goes about her life outside of the village and outside of the kidnappers. Then I thought maybe the parents really are bad. Maybe there was something about Rosalind that they didn't like, so they wanted to get rid of her. Maybe the fact that Rowena is the oldest twin meant that she would inherit leadership of the village and or wealth. So you should have seen the world building part. Yeah, I think that's where I stopped talking. So a huge dragon attacks the village. Her parents die saving her. The size of the dragon makes her realize that the one that she scared away 4 years ago was a baby. She notices that this dragon has a scar on its face and also on its leg, the same places where she cut the dragon from 4 years ago. This is the same dragon. And then, so the next plot point, after her parents are killed and after the shock wears off a bit, the people start turning to her as she is next in line to lead. Even though the mother is called the mayor, I'm thinking that it's sort of like a king and queen regent type of thing where the child is the next one to lead. So sort of like her mom was the queen. She does not accept that she is going to be the leader right away, because if she accepted it right away, that is the next plot point, that is accepting the call. And that would just happen way too quickly. So I'm thinking in this one, she doesn't accept that she's going to be the leader right away. She thinks she's too young. She never liked the lessons her mom gave her on leading. She feels like she didn't train with her dad enough on being a warrior. She makes a speech and is waving her hands, and as she does, the water in the river starts moving, and the water comes up and moves with her hand motions. This part was supposed to be when she is making a speech that she's going to leave, she's going to go find who sent this dragon, but that's when they figure out that they can do magic, and if I wait until the next plot point, it'll just take too long to realize that they can do magic. So maybe this one is a speech saying that she's not fit to lead. I'm only 17. I can't do this. I know that I'm next in line, but you guys got to figure out something else, something along those lines. Maybe she does another speech later on when she does finally accept that she is going to lead, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Put it in the comments. Tell me what you guys think about any of this, any plot point, if you think that something's stupid, or if I should change something, or if you have something that you think I should add in, just let me know. At that point, she's kind of like, what? I can control water? Maybe Rowena goes through her parents' study and finds a journal that explains what the veil was and why they put it up, because otherwise, if she doesn't understand what happened, it's like her parents die and then all of a sudden people can do magic. And she's like, wait, what? No, nobody's going to understand why. So that's why I put, maybe she finds this journal. But also, I was wondering, if her parents are water elves, how would they place this veil? Because if their magic is about water, that has nothing to do with this veil that controls people's magics and their memories and stuff. So maybe they hire a witch to do it. And then accepting the call. So maybe in order for her to be mayor, she needs to prove herself on a quest. That's what I'm thinking as to why she goes off on this quest without the warriors of the village. So I'm thinking that it's in their culture that for the next leader, the next person in line to lead, they have to prove themselves. They have to go on this quest. So that's what this is. She's going on a quest, going out and finding who sent her the dragon and defeating them will be her quest, ? But then she has her best friend that goes with her, so maybe she's allowed to take someone? I'm not sure. She wants revenge on the person that sent the dragon to kill her parents. She decides to leave the village and find the person that sent it. Azariah, her little brother, begs to go with her. She finds someone for him to stay with. And then I also decided to show you guys my Milanote for her character profile and how I use that, and a lot of really cool stuff on there. So that's going to be the next clip. Okay, so this is my character profile that I have made for her. Her personality type in the Enneagram is type 9. And so she is happy-go-lucky, always willing to help, even when it's inconvenient, sees good in people and blocks out bad memories. So maybe because she saw something really bad when she was little and has blocked it out, maybe that's what makes her block out bad memories. Her fear is loss and separation, because she believes that she will never be happy without the people she loves. I'm wondering if this happened to her before her sister left, or because her sister left that caused this fear. I'm thinking that maybe the sister leaving is what caused her to be that way. Her misconception is that she thinks that the world is a safe place and that everyone is trustworthy. She has been sheltered in her village her whole life, so she has no idea how people outside of her village really are. So you grew up around these same people your entire life, and for the most part, these people are pretty good. Now, obviously, every single person in that village can't be a good person, but maybe her parents, being such high-ranking officials, they treat her fairly well. So her quirks and her flaws are: she's a neat freak. She's always cleaning, even when inconvenient. Picks things up people are still using. Haha. She's a pushover, and she is very intelligent. So I kind of base that off of my friend. She is such a neat freak. This part right here is for a picture, which I don't have. Okay, so Rowena's character arc. She wrote that she is happy-go-lucky in the past and has blinders on to anything bad. And I'm guessing that past self is going to be her at 13, and then present self is going to be at 17 when most of the story takes place. She wrote that present self also happy-go-lucky. I'm kind of thinking that I may have to rethink this, because if she was happy-go-lucky at 13 and then her sister disappears, and then very early on in the book her parents get murdered and she has to leave the village. So I'm thinking maybe she's not so happy-go-lucky. So if her misconception was that the world is a safe place and everyone in it is trustworthy, then maybe by this point, the fact that someone sent a dragon to kill her parents blows that misconception right out of the water. But then isn't that too early for her misconception to be flipped on its head? But then it could cause a new misconception that the world is actually a very scary place. And she could be very fearful, but in the whole book, she can just be scared of everything. This one's stumping me. I'm going to leave it at that for now. So I just realized that I've been recording this without turning my light on. Also, I zoomed in a little bit. I didn't notice that it was so far away, so maybe this is a little better. And then so I can go through and figure out her personality. I'm thinking that she's maybe not as happy-go-lucky as Rowena is. I still haven't figured out if her parents are bad and they got rid of her, why? And if she was treated the same way as Rowena was growing up, because she lived with her parents until she was 13, so was she treated the same? So would she maybe, like in the character arc, as her past self, would she be similar to Rowena, still just like this happy-go-lucky kid, and then maybe her present self, she is jaded and a pacifist instead of an optimist? I'm just not sure. I mean, that sounds like a plan. It sounds like a good thing. She would be happy-go-lucky, maybe also have the blinders on back then, and then present self, jaded and feels unwanted, maybe. Looks like everyone and everything will let her down. Future self, I'm leaving blank because I don't know until I get into the movie, until I get into the book. Her typical day, also, I don't know until I get into the book and I see what her life is like now that she's not living with her parents. Same with this. So with her quirks and flaws, it would be funny both ways. It would be funny to either have her be the same as Rowena with a neat freak and everything, that's like a twin thing that they share, or she could be the exact opposite. She could be messy and just not caring about cleanliness. And then when her and Rowena finally meet again, that's a thing that they clash about. Either one of those would be kind of funny. Not real sure. I'm just going to leave this blank. Or I'm not going to leave it blank. I'm going to leave it with what it says at the moment. And with the backstory, until I figure out, whether she ran away or was she, she was sold by her parents or, what have you, I'll just leave it. I can take this part away because that is solely for Rowena. This part, her mom being the mayor and her dad being the general, is the same as Rowena's, so I can leave that. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave this till I know what to put for her. Okay, so I think that's about it for today's video. Make sure to subscribe so that you get notified when I go live. You can hop in the comments and tell me what you think. I'll chat with you on there about the story, and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I go live or post another video. I believe I am going live on Fridays. I haven't really set the time yet, but I will make a post here on YouTube when I do decide, so make sure to look out for that. I am just super excited to be doing this and to see what you guys think about how the story's going so far. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!